Hi, good afternoon, folks. In this video, I'm going to go over what I consider the 8 worst mistakes we've made in our draft history. Coming up. Okay, I wanted to go over this list because I couldn't come up with 10. I was trying to squeeze 10 out, and I'll be pulling teeth at that point. It was just no point. Shout out goes to Roman Mundak. Roman, good idea, buddy. It was a fun list to make, I gotta admit. So I'm going to go right into it. These are the top 8, I believe. You know, some of you might have other ones you'll look at, but the thing is, we have to consider that some of the other teams all passed over on certain players. You know what I mean? So it can't just be only Buffalo was stupid here, you know? But there's one that I had to put on the board that was kind of stupid that we didn't nab, and that's number 8. So in 1985, we had picked Kalle Johansson, number 14th in the draft, defenseman. He had a full solid career. He was a solid first rounder. He played, I believe it was 1,109 games. 1,109 games, yeah, there it is. 535 points. This guy had a very good career. He had a solid career. You might remember he was part of that 1998 team that beat us in the semifinals against Washington when they beat us in the semifinals that year. Well, I call it the semifinals. You guys call it the conference finals. And who we could have took in the draft, number 27, was Joe Nieuwendyk. You know, I mean, that name says it all, right? I mean, a lot of teams let this guy go to the second round, which made me scratch my head, you know? All right, number 7. The 2005 Sidney Crosby year, where you might remember that we, the Rangers, Columbus, and Pittsburgh all had equal chance to win that lottery and get Sid. Now, can you imagine if we would have landed Sidney Crosby in 2005 right before our 05-06 season? Just saying. All right, so we wound up having to take our number 13 pick, which is just, you know, typical bad luck for us right there. 13, right? Mark Zakrapin, you might remember, was the name. 0 games, folks. A bust, a total bust, just a bust. He was a centerman, but yeah, a total bust. Oh, and Joe Nieuwendyk, of course, you know, as you know, was a forward, so I didn't even mark that in. Where's number 7? Where are we? Yeah, this was anyway. The 2005 thing will just drive me nuts if I look at it. Who we could have took though after? Okay, I'm just saying. We could have. And it would have been a nice consolation prize to get this guy. When you think about it now, when you watch him play, right? We could have took TJ Oshie 11 spots later. Now, it might not be a Hall of Fame player, but I'm just saying it would have been a nice piece on a team, right? I mean, this guy's a winner. And yeah, we could have got TJ Oshie numbers in that draft. It was already bad enough we didn't win that lottery. You know, I remember that whole week I was nervous, and of course we didn't get lucky, but as they say, life goes on. All right, number 6, the 1992 draft, we drafted defenseman David Cooper, who had a career total of 30 NHL games. A bust. Who we could have took, we had number 11, 3 picks later, in this draft. This is where we start to pull our hair out, folks. Oh, a little ugly. Let her on. No, leave it. We could have took Sergei Gonchar. And we know what a solid career he had, right? So it's like, yeah, we could have had Sergei Gonchar and, you know, good offensive defenseman. Actually, I should put their, you know, anyway. Okay, let me keep going here. Yeah, I mean, another mistake. Let's keep going, you know. Number 5 in the 2000 draft, we took a guy named Artem Kryukov. It doesn't ring any bell at all. What the funny part of this is, it just says he's a forward. It doesn't even say what position when you look him up, poor guy. Anyway, 0 games, a bust, folks. Another bust in 2000, our 2000 draft, who we could have got number 28, because we were picking number 15 there. So a little further down the list. At number 28, right winger Justin Williams, who we all know is a clutch playoff performer. They call him Mr. Game 7. And what could have been, folks? Just saying. Hey, don't hate on me. Hate on Roman. He wanted this list. Yeah, we could have Justin Williams. My God. Some of these names, it starts to get painful, you know. For me, even the old names, it really gets painful after. But Justin Williams, who we know has had a great career. I know he retires, unretires, you know, but this guy probably could play to at least 40, you know. God. Just a terrific hockey player, really. You know, well, he was drafted there at 18, 21, so he is about 39 now, right? 38, 39, I'm guessing? I have to check it up if he was drafted in 2000. All right, number 4. Here we go again. Number 17 in the 1981 draft, we drafted a Yuri Dudachik, okay? Right winger, and 0 games, a bust. 1981, and who we could have had, you're going to like this one. It's a little later on, but it has to be up here. It does. At number 40, we could have had Chris Chelios. So we could have drafted Chris Chelios, folks. I'm just saying. It's funny to look at this stuff, eh? God. But I mean, look, a lot of GMs messed up here too, but you know, it hurts more when you drafted a bust, is what I'm saying. Is if the guy would have had a full career, like Johansson he had a good career, you know? He had a good career, but God, Joe Nieuwendyk, God, you know? It's so obvious now. I'm just saying. You know, if we had a crystal ball, we'd be winning cups, guys. Oh, this one's funny. All right, 1973. Might be going a little far back for some folks, but for some of you older folks, you're going to remember some of these names. We had the number 12 pick. We drafted a guy named Morris Titanic. Yeah, he sunk like the Titanic. He had played 19 games, 0 points in his career. And he was a forward. And he had goose egg in his career. God. And this is who we took. That was one blunder when you think of by Imlach that went over my head. I didn't mention in my other videos there, in my Chronicle videos. It's funny. Eh? Okay, who we could have took 2 spots later. Okay, at number 14, the 14th pick. Uh-oh, don't tell me this is already running out of ink. You got to be kidding me. It's going to make it. For some of you hockey folks that seen the 70s, this will have you pulling out your hair. We could have got this guy. Because what a terrific career he had. Rick Middleton. We could have had Rick Middleton, folks. If we wouldn't have been obsessed with getting the great Morris Titanic, we could have had Rick Middleton, who had like 450 goals and close to 1,000 points in his career, I believe. Or right around 1,000 points, somewhere in that ballpark. I mean, this guy was a Habs killer. The best type of player out there. And he had just a great career. He had a great career. You know, just one of those things that we missed. All right, we're at the top 2. It starts to get a little interesting here because this is where I really lose my cool. All right, 1986. Where are we, 86? Don't just look for 2. Where is it? There we are. And, all right, we took, oh no, right, I got it down here. Right. Okay. All right, we took defenseman Sean Anderson, 255 games. Number 5 overall. But, folks, when you draft that high, and the player, it just didn't pan out. Just didn't pan out. I guess that's the only way to put that. Who we could have took 4 spots later, okay? You know what? I'm changing this marker because it's bugging me. It's really starting to bug me. No, we're going to go with the blue one. Good old reliable blue will come through again. Who we could have took 4 spots at, where are we? There it is. Yes, at number 9. This hurts. We could have took Brian Leetch, folks. Yeah, we could have took Brian Leetch. And we're talking, imagine him and a guy like Phil Housley together. Just saying. That's my dog. She's sitting here watching me. Be a good girl. Yeah, Brian Leetch. I guess we'll just keep moving on. This one kills me, okay? This I consider, in my books, the worst mistake in Sabres history. Trades, drafts, you name it. Firings of coaches. The firing Scotty might be up there with this, but this kills me. This gets me angry. Oh my God. Every time I even talk about it, my heart races. All right, and people will say, 1977, we drafted Rick Sealing, number 14 in the draft, okay? Full, solid career, solid first rounder when you look at his guy. Didn't get mark his career numbers and everything. He had like 150 goals or whatever. But, he was a good two-way solid forward, right? Solid, he was good. He was good. But one pick later, all right, we passed on this guy. Kills me. Oh my God, this kills me just to write it. What could have been. Mike Bossy. Yeah, we passed on Mike Bossy, folks, for Rick Sealing. And for me, that's the most painful blunder we've made. I said it in my other video, my Chronicles video. For me, that is the most painful mistake we made in our history. It really is. Because, folks, if we would have landed this guy, believe me, he would have lit up the clock. We all know it that's seen him. This guy would have scored on any team he was with any. He wasn't the type of guy who had to be set up by like Gretzky to score. God. Anyway, it is what it is, right? And yeah, anyway, that's it. Just wanted to go over that. A little bit of fun, Again, thanks Roman again for this idea. It was really, really a good one. I enjoyed putting it together. It's, respect does go to Rick Sealing and Calle Johansson for their careers. They had good careers, It's just that when you see glaring names like Mike Bossy and Joe Nieuwendyk, who could have been teammates, scary thought. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's a scary thought that we could have had these guys in our lineup, And to boot, to have Brian Leetch on defense with them during the same era, you know what I mean? And Chris Chelios. We could have Chelios, Leetch, Bossy, and Nieuwendyk all on that team at the same time. Oh, God. Let's kill the video there. Thanks so much for watching, folks. I hope you had fun with this. That's all it is. It's just fun to pass the time as we're trying to not do like the Jonestown thing together. As Sabres fans, we're trying to keep our heads above water here because... Okay, on that note, folks, I'll see you later. I'm going to come up with another idea here and try to forget the whole Mike Bossy thing because I'm telling you, this will wreck my day. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see all you folks later on, probably sometime this evening. Have a good one.